I've just got finished watching the Panorama documentary on Lucy Letby. wasn't particularly good. I think the presenter was making the same mistakes as the prosecution originally. And I'm just going to show a article that summarised the documentary with the new evidence. So BBC's Panorama, rather than showing the video, reported new evidence suggesting the nurse who is serving whole life prison term harmed more babies in her care, including a third possible insulin poisoning. Okay, it cited medical records appearing to show that the newborn had been administered insulin shortly after Letby took over his care in November 2015. Tests later revealed that the baby had congenital hyperinsulinism, a condition where the body produces too much insulin, but experts told the BBC this could not explain such an exceptionally high insulin reading for that infant. So this is tantamount to, so bearing in mind she didn't know, it's a test later revealed, so she wouldn't have known that the baby had hyperinsulinism. I mean, this is tantamount to the police accusing me of murdering someone by not stabbing them or punching them, but doing something random like shoving a firework up their arse, and then lighting it, and then 2 weeks later happening to find a video that the guy enjoyed shoving fireworks up his own arse. Like, what are the chances of the method, the so-called method of poisoning, also where the baby actually suffers a condition that could explain it? Chin. I'm just going to show this clip.
Hands. Are we the baddies?
I mean, what? Not only that, I just want to address a couple of things. There's been one of the cases in the trial was that she had attempted to kill a baby 3 times and apparently failed, or maybe succeeded on the last try. I can't quite remember. But I've seen some uneven boxing matches in my day. But a 34-year-old, or she would have been like 28 then, I suppose, versus a however many week old baby, so not even full term. I'm pretty sure that if she did try to murder a baby, she would have done it the first time and not taken 3 attempts at it. I mean, is there something in the water that is making people retarded and not understanding basic statistics and probability? Or is there something in a certain vaccination that has made people start accusing people without evidence? I don't. Am I? Am I the idiot? Is there something about the people who can see the truth where the BBC is saying, experts from the Royal Statistical Society have looked at the case and are now questioning the statistical evidence? Well, I'm not an expert in statistics, and I could see the whole way through the trial that there was no evidence of of any guilt. I was waiting for I was waiting for them to present some evidence of wrongdoing, and instead all we got was reading out her personal. Was 8 months, 10 months of them reading out her personal text messages to other doctors talking about going on holidays and going commando, which it got nothing to do with anything. If I could see that she was innocent, I'm not a genius or a statistical analyst for the Royal Society. Why is this retarded jury given the guilty verdict? I think we need to look at giving mandatory IQ tests to people who are going up for jury duty. It's so obvious that she's innocent, because I actually used to say, oh, I'm not saying she's innocent, like MP David Davis, Sir David Davis has said, he's 90% sure she's innocent, no, over 90%. I used to say that, but I've changed my mind, because in the UK it's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, and because there was no proof of guilt, I just have to say she's innocent, because I'm now part of the problem if I say I'm not saying she's innocent, and but there's no evidence of guilt. That is part of the judgmental problem. It's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. That hasn't changed, and it's this. I don't know where they got these moronic jurors from, who I think we need to learn more about them, about whether they could pass some sort of cognitive test. They're allowed to be anonymous, the same with the parents and the doctors involved. Everyone's allowed to be anonymous. Don't know why, but this needs to be looked at, about random members of the public being able to give a guilty or not guilty verdict when they're clearly morons.